Hey guys, welcome back. So for today's video, I would like to open something up to you. Actually, it's something that I'm very open even to my friends, and it's none other than my experience on having a nose job or rhinoplasty. I've had this done more than a decade ago, but it seems like right now a lot of women are going through it and they've been showing before and after photos of it. But for me, I would like to share with you my experience on two types of procedure for rhinoplasty. One is the one with fillers, and the one is with the permanent implant. So this video is actually for someone who's still contemplating on whether they want to proceed with the rhinoplasty permanent procedure, or they're still not really sure on having one, so they would much prefer the fillers. I'm going to show you the pros and cons of each procedure. So if you're interested in that, then stick around and watch. So why do I know these things, especially for fillers? Because I used to work in corporate, which is a pharmaceutical company, and the products that I've handled were the pioneers of fillers in the market. So I've handled Restylane, Perlane, Restylane Sub-Q, Restylane Vital, and all the product extensions of Restylane. And I am one of the first people who actually tried Restylane for facial enhancements. So I've had it done to my nose. I'm going to show you before and after photos. What I love about fillers, which I've done, I think in 2007, 2008, what I love about it is that it looks so natural and it's instant. There's no downtime. And the effects of which lasts up to, I think, 6 months to a year, depending on the touch ups that you'll be having. So I would recommend fillers, temporary fillers, for those who are still exploring. I mean, they're not yet sure on whether the permanent situation of having an implant is for them. So this is the perfect procedure for you, and you want to have some enhancements or improvements to your nose. Just make sure that you'll be having it with someone who is actually a professional, who is a doctor, and who is knowledgeable in face anatomy. Why? Because, and especially the products that they'll be using is, temporary. Why? I'll go into First that. Things first, fillers are actually moldable, semi-liquid, semi-solid. Therefore, if you're going to have it done to your face, make sure it's temporary, because there is a situation where the filler could migrate somewhere else. And if it's a permanent filler, it's harder to remove. And that's why the best filler, actually, if you'd ask me, hindi dahil sa biased ako, no, is Restylane. Why? Because if you don't like it anymore and you want to have it removed, you just have hyaluronidase injected to you and poof, wala na siya. Tanggal na siya. Another thing, which is I would consider a con, yung hindi maganda rin sa filler, is pag hindi magaling yung gumawa sa inyo, there's a possibility of occlusion, vascular occlusion, yung may matatamaan na vein. Tapos pag nangyari yon, magkakaroon ng necrosis. So you can search what necrosis means para malaman ninyo, you could see the photos of which. So that's why I would really recommend na kung magpapagawa kayo ng fillers, or even yung nauuso ngayon, yung threads include together with fillers, do it with someone who is board certified and who is actually trained to do this. Because, honestly, in the years of experience that I've had with doctors, meron at merong nangyayaring occlusion sa mga patients. Yes, nakakaawa ito pag nangyari. So if I were you, if you're going to go through it and you're not sure about it, it's best that you go to a professional, hindi yung mga sa doctor kwak. So I've had fillers done in my teardrop, in my lips. Yeah, I tried it on my lips as well because I used to be a chain smoker. So parang lumiit yung lips ko and gusto ko magkaroon ulit ako ng pout. So dun lang naman. For me, personally, ang pinakamasakit is kahit na meron na siyang anesthesia or lidocaine is yung sa lips kasi very, very sensitive talaga yung lips. And yes, ang gumawa rin sa akin is mga doctors. So, yeah, safe pa rin. Another thing is, kaya rin maganda ang Restylane. Hindi sa nagpa-plug ako, this is not paid by Restylane. It's just because I know about the product and I'm very, very familiar with it because I've handled it. Restylane has a NASHA system. It's non-animal stabilized hyaluronic acid. So, the chances of you being allergic to this product is less because it's non-animal. There's no animal byproduct. Except, of course, if you are allergic to a gram-positive bacteria. Because isa sa mga ways in order for them to culture hyaluronic acid is they use the gram-positive bacteria. Now, siguro after some time, na-notice ko another con sa fillers or sa threads, kasi they go hand in hand right now sa mga procedures, no? Is when you do touch-ups, hindi lang kasi isang beses yan, dalawang beses. Kasi nga temporary siya, so nawawala siya. So ako, I think I've had several touch-ups over the years. And na-notice ko, nagkaroon ako ng parang granuloma dun sa injection points. So, I'm not sure if it's because the product was not deposited intradermally talaga and merong mga superficial deposits. That's why nagkaroon ako ng granuloma. Yun lang yung hindi ko nagustuhan. But the good thing is, nawala rin siya over time, especially dahil Restylane yung ginamit ko, because Restylane, this type of hyaluronic acid degrades over time. So, talagang nawawala siya. So finally, parang sinabi ko nga sa sarili ko, ano to, mag-inject na lang ba ako every so often? I decided to have it done permanently. So I've had a silicone implant since 2010. Doctor who did my nose, I don't have his contact number anymore because ang tagal na nga, is Dr. Ray Quinones. And he just charged me for 25,000 pesos. And that's because kakilala siya nung friend ko. So, the downside lang naman of having it done permanently is hindi instant yung results. So, makikita mo lang yung results niya over time, like after 2 to 3 months down the line. And initially, it was really, really very, very painful. So, nung unang procedure ko, I had 2 procedures kasi for my nose. The first procedure, hindi naging aggressive si doctor kasi sinabi ko gusto ko pa rin ng medyo natural. So, parang konti lang yung binawas niya sa alar ko. And then, okay naman yung sa bridge, yung sa height ng bridge ko. But, nung na-notice ko, parang sabi ko kay doctor, parang gusto ko pang paliitin kasi parang masyadong malaki pa rin yung alar ko. So, I had another parang revision nung after 3 to 4 months. So, that was the following year na. And then, he did not charge me any additional kasi sa iba yata, nagcha-charge pa ng same amount kung magkano yung ano. Pero yung sa akin lang, ang chinarge niya lang sa akin were the medicines that I'm going to use afterwards and yung time lang ng paggamit ng clinic. On the second procedure, yon sobrang nagustuhan ko na siya and sobrang okay yung gawa ni doctor. Siguro what I would suggest is magdala kayo ng peg ninyo ng gusto ninyong itsura ng nose pagdating dun sa doctor, yun sa upon consultation. Kasi sa akin, wala. Parang pagkakita ko sa kanya, yun na yun. Wala nang consultation. Kasi nga it was through a friend lang. Probably, tinanong ko na rin if meron pang natitirang filler sa nose ko. Then, sinabi niya, sige, we can remove it right away while doing the surgery. So, walang naging problema. Hindi ako nag-general anesthesia. Parang meron lang siyang pinainom sa akin na medyo nag-groggy-groggy ako. But I was awake the entire time. Lang akong nasa twilight mode. And yeah, it's an outpatient procedure, but you cannot drive afterwards. So, Jojo was with me and also my friend who took care of me afterwards as well. So, the downside rin siguro for others, kasi sa akin, walang rejection na nangyari on the implant. And wala akong infection. Kasi good girl ako eh. But for others kasi, kaya sila nagkakaroon ng infection or rejection is because nagsusmoke sila. Kasi yun pa isa, if you're smoking, I suggest wag muna kayo mag-smoke during the procedure or during the process of recuperating. Kasi pwede talagang magkaroon ng infection. Or kung meron kayong kakilala na kasama na nagsusmoke, kung pwedeng lumayo muna siya. Kasi syempre, secondhand smoke is still the same. It's even worse actually. Meron din akong kilala na I think initially nag-silicone siya and then yun nga nagkaroon ng rejection. Parang hindi pa rin nagsa-subside and parang infection na rin kasi parang ano pa rin siya, inflamed pa rin eh. So what they did, I think nagkaroon pa ng additional 2 surgeries for that para ayusin and finally, parang ultimately ang ginamit yata is yung cartilage sa tenga and then yun ang ginamit na implant sa nose. And wala nang rejection yun nangyari. The cons lang kapag cartilage, there's a possibility na hindi maging successful din ang cartilage kasi kailangan mag-grow din yung cartilage sa nose. Over the years, I've noticed na nagbago talaga yung face ko because of this procedure. Like, ultimately, my eyes became bigger and then yung cheekbones ko mas naging prominent and everything. Talagang nagbago siya. So, for those of you, nakikita ko sa TikTok, marami nagpapagawa, pero parang bago pa lang. I mean, the parang pinaka matagal na is like 2 or 3 years. So, hindi pa nga masyado yun eh. Meron pang changes over time. So, what I can say is magbabago talaga yung facial features ninyo over time. So, don't be, surprised that after 10 years, pag nakita niyo yung old photos ninyo from your new photos, parang totally different person. Pero same pa rin, siguro the eyes, medyo makikita mo yun pa rin. So, if you'd ask me kung pinagsisihan ko ba to or not, hindi. I think it's one of the best decisions that I made for me. I did this for myself. I did not do this for anyone. It boosted my confidence, yes. And ako kasi, I never denied it eh. If my friends asked me, I would outright tell it. Kasi, to me, kita naman yung improvements eh. So, why deny it? Yung iba kasi nahihiya sila, ganyan. Di ko rin alam kung bakit sila nahihiya. Pero, for me kasi, for as long as wala akong tinapakang ibang tao, sarili kong pera yung ginamit ko, and pinag-ipunan ko rin yon. And yeah, hindi ko dine-deny. Even to my guy friends, if they ask me, if they don't ask me, then I don't say. But if they ask me, then I will say. But the funny thing is, uh, there was one time I went to my dentist, when I was still living in Fairview. And I told her nga that, she asked me kasi parang for a note from a doctor that she can operate on my molars because nga I had a parang history of rheumatic heart disease. So, nung binigay ko sa kanya yung letter, sabi ko sa kanya, alam niyo po, kayo lang po humingi nito kasi nung nagpagawa ako ng nose, hindi ako hininga ng ganito. So, nagulat siya. Parang, talaga, ginawa yung nose mo? She was so shocked kasi nga, kahit pa paano, mukhang natural pa rin daw yung paggagawa ng nose ko. I'm so thankful that she commented that, no? Kasi to me, that's a plus plus. So anyway, if you have any more questions, feel free to comment it down below. If you're still, contemplating on whether you want to do this type of thing for yourself, comment it also down below. Kung gusto nyo pa ng more clarity, okay lang, mag-usap tayo. This is all girl talk. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you again next time. Bye!